Now that's one hell of an intro.
Bro, that happened last night. And Angelique Roche, I had to play it.
Uh-huh.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I might step my game up on my intro game, man, because
That
that
was
was
well
kind of
produced,
fresh,
bro.
man. That was
Yeah.
well produced. I wonder if is that a paid version or did somebody handcraft that? That was all right, man.
That was slick. That was slick.
That
I'm
was
like,
slick,
man,
man.
I'm about
We're
to
gonna talk about
bring out the
Storm.
travel drums, bro.
Man, listen, man. Good morning. This is the Black Comic Lords Morning Show. Listen, I know I've been hearing some things, man. Y'all need some consistency. What days y'all gonna go on? Listen, man, this is a pilot, man. So we're trying to get our bearings. It's early in the morning. I'm on my way to work. Dion just rolled out of bed.
Yup.
We on the microphone, so it's gonna probably be an impromptu thing. So, good morning, everybody. This is the Black Common Lords Morning Show with Herschel and Dion. Man, we're just gonna talk about some dope topics, give you guys a different perspective, something that you guys don't usually hear on YouTube when you go to your basic YouTuber that your influencer out there. Not to say they're basic, but this is gonna be a different take. So, Dion, you gonna kick us off, man. What you got this morning?
Yo, what's up, y'all? Grand Rising Wakanda. Grand Rising, y'all. Yo, what's going on? All my mutants and Wakandans out there representing hard. We're in Black History Month, got to keep strong. So, but yo, we are T minus what, 10 days for Captain Falcon's new movie coming out.
Seven.
Seven,
One week,
seven.
1 week from today.
1 week from today, yo. And I think I got the solution. I found out, well, not me particular. This was theorized by my friend Charles, creator of O Kingdom Come on the Behind the Scene podcast, is that the problem with Sam Wilson, I'm hearing a lot of discussion. This is where I think he went wrong. In Endgame, when Steve gave Sam the shield and Sam said, thank you, he should have just rejected it right then and there. He should have
Well, he did.
rejected the shield.
Well, he semi did. Remember, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was kind of like he was very reluctant, but he did reject. He put it up in the museum and he walked away from it.
Nah, he needed to do it in Endgame. He needed to do it in Endgame, and because now that's inconsistency. You can accept it in the movie, and then the TV show you somehow, I give it up. He should have flat out rejected it in the movie, and then have that journey in Falcon Winter Soldier, where because doesn't it seem disjointed? Like, why would you accept something and then be like, nah, it ain't for me?
You can't sit there to your best friend and tell him. You can tell him no. Remember, even when he got it, he was like, here's an 80-something-year-old man, the Sentinel of Liberty. You're gonna tell him like into his face? No, you probably just taking a smile. But
Is it?
remember,
Uh,
Steve said it's yours now. He didn't say you need to be kept. Hey, listen, for best results, follow the instructions. Steve Rogers never told him to be Captain America.
Oh,
He
come
just
on,
said
man.
it's
You give
yours
him the
now. Hey,
shield and you know
hey,
he a superhero. Come on now. That'd be like, here's a firearm. Don't use it. I mean, here's a car. Don't drive it.
I
Come
hear you.
on, man.
Maybe he wanted him
Nah.
to pretend. Maybe Steve is looking from an old TV and saying, "I didn't tell this to take
Mm.
to be Captain America." But hey, man,
And then he puts it in a museum behind his back. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna put it behind a glass wall for everyone to see. He should have rejected it. Then stood 10 toes up, right? If this is you don't need Captain America, it doesn't represent America. That's what he should have stood on that, right? And then during Falcon Winter Soldier, eventually what it turned out, it's like, yeah, you need to have the shield. Bucky. I know people wanted Bucky to have the shield. This dude,
oh my God,
most people, in the MCU canon, he killed, T'Challa's father, T'Chaka. He killed Iron Man's dad, Tony,
no, he
Iron
killed a
Man's
lot of
dad.
people.
He killed a
Yeah,
lot of people. So you have an assassin, mind controlled, but still the image of having a mind controlled terrorist take on the shield in the red, white, and blue might have been not been the best look. You know what I'm saying? From the MCU standpoint. So I really and I really feel like John Walker should have got his butt handed to him by Sam in some form of capacity. Not a 2-on-1, something where people would have saw that Sam overcame the odds with his own strength, with his own intellect or something, some kind of trick, beat up John Walker, get the shield back, and finish the mission off with the shield. That would have been a lot stronger proposition than what happened in the show. Unfortunately,
I'm,
I think that's the problem.
I'm gonna have to go dark. I got to do it like a little video every time I go dark. Herschel's about to go dark. Prepare yourself. I'm gonna get that prep. But
Okay.
listen, I'm gonna go a little dark. There's a lot of people that really have no dog in this fight, and they're only pushing for Captain America now because the movie's about to come out, so they're jumping on the wagon. I'm talking about Negroes. I ain't talking about white folks. I'm talking about Negroes. There's a lot of people that's just because guess what? A couple of months ago, nobody asked for this. This is dumb, and why should be? That was the going rate as far as what was trending. Now, white folks have pushed a lot of white folks have pushed back so hard. Black folks feel obligated now to try to get behind Sam, but it's plastic because these same folks, videos, YouTube shows was against him being Falcon. Now, well, he's Captain America now. Deal with it. I'm sick of these racists. It's like, bro, but okay, cool, that's your stance, but you wasn't saying that a couple of months ago until the white folks got into this stuff, man. It's a little bit of a race thing, and
It is.
you made mention to the whole Bucky being Captain America, and that was the going trending thing. Well, Bucky had it first. Well, Sam had it first, unofficially, in the freaking 70s. He briefly put on the outfit to escape the police, right? And then he put it on again in the 90s. And he actually had Captain America's shield. It was unofficial. But as far as Bucky, for those who hate comics, don't want to read them, and just want to go off what's on a social media comment, Bucky got it, but he didn't get it from Steve. Steve officially handed it down, took off his underwear, and gave it to Sam. Maybe there's some pride in that. And I have to go here too. If you're going to say Falcon should just be Falcon, fine. I'm okay with them. I'm gonna say this again. But you were not advocating for Falcon to have his own show or his own movie. Maybe his own show, Disney Plus. But you're not advocating for him to have his own movie. And neither am I. I think he should have a Disney Plus show. I think we have to build up his fandom. Because right now he's a nosebleed character that people don't respect, and that's unfortunate. And this is coming from a Falcon guy who collects Falcon books. I have all of his keys. I have his first appearance. I'm a Falcon guy, but I understand the sentiments from the community. But yeah, this is a conundrum. Now, we do have to go back and make some corrections. We got to do some housekeeping.
Okay, man.
We did say that the show had to make $1.3 billion because that was what was projected. Now they're walking it back and saying, well, the movie didn't cost that much. It turns out the promotion. So now he's only got to make between $400 to $500 million, which is doable. But it's still not going to be good enough because in people's mind, the only way that the movie is successful nowadays, the benchmark, unfortunately now is $1 billion.
Yeah,
that is a benchmark because and unfortunately that was a team effort. The entire MCU came out to play, right? And that's the reason why they made that in Infinity Wars. Well, Black Panther made $1 billion. Miss Captain Marvel made $1 billion. I mean, there's a lot of properties that made that, but that's the standard. And until we see movies go there, good luck.
Yeah, Frustrated Fan Sports Show. What's up? What's up? Made my first morning show. Glad you can make it, dude.
I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah, yep. And Fatality, little behind in film, but I think Falcon did something in the show that showed he didn't deserve it. Maybe a mission failed. Yeah. The whole hero's journey, a little bit more cleaned up on that show for sure. And speaking of box office, man, Cap 3 was basically an Avengers 2.5 film. So if you think, Civil War. You're right. You made a comment that it'd been even hard for Chris Evans to come back for Cap 4 and get $1 billion. I mean, we saw what happened with Thor, Love and Thunder, That was a blunder, and I had Chris Hemsworth come back. Cap 4, Chris Evans isn't guaranteed to make $1 billion during this, time period. Everyone's kind of hateful and have high expectations or low expectations and don't want to come to the theaters. So it's some tricky-ish, man. Speaking of the MCU, go ahead.
Hold on. I want to say this part before you jump to the MCU. If I'm gonna tell you something else, there was social media back in 2008 when everything jumped off with Iron Man. There was no social media when Blade was out in 98. There was light. You had some forums and stuff like that, but fans and casuals didn't run there to get a pre-opinion before they saw a movie. Now, bro, it's almost at this point, and this will never happen because this is not how marketing and media companies move. But social media is really hurting. Everybody, like even the Fantastic Four that we're going to get into came out. A lot of those comments were like, they trashed the movie. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of it myself, but we're going to get into the whys and the whys nots. But oh my gosh, like people already because that social media is a big influence. Where people are going to project like, is this going to be good? It's going to be worth my time. Should I jump on this hype train? And honestly, I'm not seeing the hype train for Fantastic Four because they've had a lot of blunders in the past. But it's social media is really hurting a lot of these films as well. Also, too, actors need to shut the freak up. Anthony Mackie was on the show the other day. White guy from White guy from Comic Book Resources, which is a mainstream comic book news. They asked him, "Hey, who would you like to fight in your next film?" He rubs his eyes in his face. He's like, "Man, I don't know." And then you can tell he doesn't read any books. He's really not into like
he's not into lore. Like nah.
So then he turns around and says, "Well, what do you think? Who do you think I should fight?" And he kind of had that awkward look on his face. And the guy was like, "Oh, I want you to fight the Scourge." A lot of people even now, don't know who the Scourge is. Scourge would go around dressed up as different people, and he would kill and assassinate supervillains. And Anthony Mackie's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool." He's just kind of passing time. And then he says, "Well, the Constrictor too, because you guys brought up adamantium. And the Constrictor has these claws almost like a Mega Red, but they're made out of pure adamantium." He was like, "Oh yeah, he's cool." And then he says, so then he asks him again, "So who do you think?" He says, "Well, I would like to fight some X-Men villains." This is where he really screws up. "I want to fight the Juggernaut crew." And I'm like, the Juggernaut crew?
The Juggernaut crew?
What are you talking about, Anthony? Stop talking. Just say, "Hey, whoever." What he should have said, if I can fight the Red Hulk, I can basically fight anybody. The writing is going to be there. Yep. Then he says, "I would like to pick." This is the last thing, and it really broke my heart. It really broke my heart. Because it's like, I really try to vouch for this guy. Then he turns and says, it would be interesting to see the Juggernaut's power pit against my power. And I said, "Oh my
goodness.
Are you freaking kidding me? Did you really say that on national TV, brother?"
TV. Yo, I think Kevin Feige needs to give every actor a press run kit, pre-made questions.
I'll do it.
Let's make the package from BCL, all movies. It don't have to be Black Sugar. We'll do it for all the MCU films, man. Pre-packaged marketing package, man, for all the actors to use for their press runs, because this is terrible, man. And it's like I'm the Fantastic Four. What does it mean to be in Fantastic Four? Well, I don't think you have to be fantastic to be a Fantastic Four. To be in a Fantastic Four.
That's not see. I don't think my version of Fantastic Four has anything to do with being fantastic.
Nah.
Oh, okay, man.
Anyone can be fantastic. I mean, anyone can put the suit on and be a superhero.
And guess what? If you leverage it the right way, and you can say it the right, absolutely, it's gonna go over. Now, saying that about America isn't gonna go over as smooth, regardless if you're being honest or not. But it's not, and I know a lot of, and here's the funny thing, I'm seeing a lot of Negroes. What he said wasn't wrong. Da 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 da. Are you gonna go watch the movie? No.
Right. Let's appreciate. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, let's appreciate the fact that we still have freedom of speech here. There's actors from China, right? And I noticed a lot of you guys went to, what was it, the red note or something after TikTok got shut down, giving all your information.
I went over there too.
Oh my goodness, bro. Y'all giving all your information data to them. But there's a lot of Chinese actors and actresses who can't say anything because they know they're gonna face repercussions as soon as they land back in the motherland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simu Liu, look at Shang-Chi. Simu Liu, he talked that smack against China. Have you seen him since?
Nah, man.
Have you seen him since? He gone, bro.
Nah,
he gone. He's out of there. So yeah.
Listen, I want to do something real quick. I want to run this commercial for our t-shirts. We got t-shirts that we got. I gotta find it. It should be at the bottom. But we got t-shirts, guys. We've never had t-shirts before that we've offered the community, and so we just want to support. You know, if you like the art, we're gonna leave the link down in the comments. But yeah, man, definitely go and check out these shirts. The artists work really hard. It's very creative. I've never seen anything like this. I'm glad that we have the opportunity to do something like this. Shout out to Otis Otterberry and Winston Wham and Willie Cordy, because these are the guys that are behind the scenes that make this happen. Make sure you guys go out and support. All right, here we go.
What's good, comic fan? It's finally happened. We're actually going to start selling our Black Comic Lord t-shirts. But not just any Black Comic Lord t-shirts. No. When we decided to do this, we knew we had to get with the right partners. So we got with Jay Winston from Winston's Wham, and we also got with the fabulous artist, Otis Otterberry. Anybody can just throw a cover on the shirt, but we wanted to make this special. So without further ado, this is the final product. Orders will be going out as soon as you guys get your orders in. So let's take a look. Now this is more like it. So what you're going to get here is you're going to get a Black Comic Lord variant with the Charlie Brown theme, but we're going with Franklin, and we're showing all of the dope Black key comics. Let's take a closer look. I can't believe they even squeezed all these keys together. As a matter of fact, I gotta go grab some of these keys. They got First Black Panther, Tomb of Dracula 10, which is First Blade. They got Black Man right here, which is a dope book. They got Gunhawks, Weird Fantasy, Brother Voodoo, several different Black Panther books, Lobo #1, Lobo #2. I mean, it is jam-packed full of key Black comics. Oh, and did I tell you, Willie Cordy Jr. is also involved in this project? You absolutely gotta buy one now. Speaking of Willie Cordy, he was also the artist behind the very first Black Comic Lord variant, which Franklin is holding in his hand. And don't get me started on his satchel. Man, I need that bag. We might have to negotiate a deal for a bag. Get your orders in now. Oh yeah, I'll leave the website to where you guys can order in the description, and also in the headline. Make sure y'all go pick one up. Black Comic Lords, baby.
Hey,
y'all a whole brand, bro. Y'all a whole brand. That's what's up. I gotta cop me one. I'm gonna cop me one.
I got one right now. Y'all can't see it, obviously, but I'm gonna tell you something that's really funny. And I'm gonna say this too with pride. Well, never mind. I can't say that because I was gonna say something. But
about to get us canceled, dude.
I'll tell you this. Did you notice? Can anybody in the chat or Dion, can y'all tell me the music, why that sounds maybe semi-familiar to you? Who would you say that sound bite that's in the background? Who would you say that is? If anybody can guess, I might sing you something. I might sing you a book. It won't be an FF52, but I might sing something. So you might want to run this back and listen to the music that's playing in the background. If anybody can figure, because YouTube can't figure it out, because it's definitely an actual song, but I modified it to where it's untrackable, right? So we won't get copyright. But
you and the sampling skills, bro.
The sampling skills, man. I'm trying, man. I'm not as good as DJ Big Phil, man, but I'm trying. So what else we got to talk about this morning, man?
Man, let's just one more thing. I'm in the 757 Hampton Roads area. If any BCL members in the Hampton Roads area, 757 VA, want to do like a meetup for Cap 4 next week, maybe we can make something happen. You know what I mean? It's just a nice group outing. Maybe hit up a comic shop afterwards, talk about the movie or dinner or something. So I'll probably be posting that in the group at some point today.
Yeah, man, post that in the group. Do a meetup. I think people should do more meetups, man. You don't just meet up and go to the shop and go see the movie and throw popcorn at the screen if it's trash. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
you can
hopefully it's
boo.
good.
We can cheer together, boo together.
Put together, yeah. I'm going in with no expectations.
Low.
Man. I just want my
Low.
man to be successful.
Yeah.
It is what if it's, you know, they're not scaling to make a whole lot of money. But yeah. What's the next topic?
Next topic, dude. So you saw the new Fantastic Four trailer, right?
Came out day before yesterday.
Like 2 days ago. Okay. What was your impressions on that trailer, man?
I spoke about it a little bit yesterday, but
Okay.
I think I'm okay with the retro. Yeah. The funny thing is, I need to run a disclaimer, but I'm gonna go dark in a minute. That was fine. We saw the head of Galactus. Allegedly, they're gonna get transformed over into the regular universe. This is in like the past in the 60s, but their technology is kind of like more comic, like more futuristic, but they're still time wise, they're in the 60s. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. The Fantastic Four, old school brand, they're like old money. They're gonna stick around for a while, but I just think the appeal to the modern fans, they do not have that at all. The old white guys, the old black guys from back in the day, we're gonna go see it. We're gonna hope that it's good, but it just does not. It's not Spider-Man. It's not Wolverine. It's not. It's not the Avengers. Even though they're the first like superhero team for Marvel, they still don't. They don't have the juice 100%
Right.
like that. Also, if the Fantastic Four, if not, forget about the Fantastic Four, but if there was an all-black team, and I'm gonna go dark, somebody like, here we go again. But listen,
yeah, you're literally about to go dark.
if you listen to the voice actors talk, they're all European.
Mhm.
And then Pascal, he's obviously Spanish, but he's white passing. People have an issue. There's some people, whites, that have said that they have an issue with the cast. Some black folks as well have said they have some issues with the casting. And I have a personal friend of mine that's like, I just don't understand why they casted Pascal as is that his name? Am I saying it wrong?
Pedro Pascal.
I just call him Pedro. Yeah, I just call him Pedro. I know he's with the Mandalorians. He's playing in some other movies, playing in Wonder Woman. That movie was a flop. But they have some issues with him. They just don't understand. They just don't see it. But all those actors and actresses, I don't know if Ben Grimm is European, but oh my God. Nobody's saying nothing because of that, but let there been some black actors and just in a regular black movie that would have been from the UK. Oh my God! Oh, they're not black. It would have been this whole like weird racial thing that we have. Like, how come we can't hire black actors to play these black roles? Why are we going over to get the UK actors that are black? It'd have been a whole little thing. You would have saw that on social media, bro. You would have saw that.
Yeah,
sad,
I mean,
but
it's sad. I mean, don't forget, most of these guys that's how they make their living too. They have to make content about that, you know. So it's a job for them. They actually might want it because it gives them more views and more money, more monetization. Yeah. But I mean, I'm glad there was rumors that the Thing was supposed to be black, and I'm glad they didn't do that, man. Just keep it.
Didn't do that either.
I'm so happy they didn't do that. Just keep it what it is. You know, when growing up in the 90s, the Fantastic Four was losing their grip of being like the team that Marvel built. I mean, the X-Men took over in the 80s, and we had the Fantastic Four animated series, a few toys, 90s, but but they lost their steam. Spider-Man and the X-Men took over in the 90s afterwards. But this is safe. It's safe. They're not gonna do nothing risky. They just want to clear the finish line and have everyone join them.
Well, they are going to do something risky. Anytime, so they gender swapped an alien who is Silver Surfer. It's going to be a female. So that's problematic for a lot of people. Do I think it's necessary? No. There's a lot of women that you could have in this film that are villains and heroes that you can just add. You could have kept Silver Surfer just a male. And a lot of people will scream, "Oh, it's a DEI hire." I'm not gonna get into that. I know people say I dance a lot, and sometimes I do, but I'm into that. But yeah, this is that's gonna be problematic for some people, and it is what it is. I mean, that's the decision they made. I mean, the last Silver Surfer that we saw was a black man voiced a white
Lawrence
man.
Fishburne, yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne voiced him, and a white dude. What's the dude? A dude that played Vision played Silver Surfer, right? I want to
What's his
say
name? Paul
Paul Bettany.
Bethany? Yeah.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I definitely could be wrong. Good luck, because if the Thunderbolts is trash, if Captain America is trash, if Superman, which they're all Superman just because of that flying scene with his eyes going all cockeyed, they get on him. James Gunn, if those movies are trash, this movie's not going to stand a freaking chance because people are going to walk in with low expectations. So the other movies that precede this need to be good so that people can feel confident going into this movie.
Even the Superman movie's getting heat because it's not Henry Cavill. So the Snyder Army's at it, and so everyone's getting heat now. It don't even have to be DEI or woke or anything in the race swaps. Just people are just pessimistic and have something to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Bruno, I got my tickets to see Cap next week. Hell yeah, bro. Red, white, and blue. I stand with Cap. Hashtag take back the shield, brother. Hell yeah, bro.
So the actor playing Ebon Maz played Micro in the Netflix Punisher series.
CGI right. Yeah, he's in the Bear too on Hulu. Really good show. The Bear.
Plenty of actors have played dual roles in the Marvel universe. They don't really don't like to talk about it, but yeah, they've had to do multiple roles, man.
Right. Yeah, his voice does sound kind of weird though. The thing it ain't it, man. They need to do some sound editing on him, some audio
posts. Bring a black dude, even if that means you have to bring a black dude, so he can voice the thing, which is going to be controversial because some people don't want anything of color to touch this.
It's clobber time. As a matter of fact,
it's clobber time, brother. But Thing is Jewish. She doesn't sound like that. But this thing sounds like he sounds soft as hell.
Yeah. Where's the New York accent? Cup of coffee. Where's the New York accent? Man, you know what I mean? Where's the New York accent?
I don't know, man. But this ain't and the outfits, they look like they have on Christmas sweaters. I mean,
hey, easy cosplay. That's an easy cosplay. That's gonna be cheap.
Easy cosplay.
You don't even have to buy from a Chinese maker. You just make that thing yourself from Walmart or something.
Mr. T, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
But
that is,
I will say this. So switching gears a little bit. Me and you, we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. Me and you made a video, and you guys can go back and watch about 2 years ago about Luke Cage. While Luke Cage is basically virtually dead, I mean they're making him because the execs, they grew up with Luke Cage. They feel like, we can't let this character, we can't kill him off. We can't just allow him not to be used. Excuse me. They're just not using him in the MCU. But I will say this. He needed an upgrade. And I think this Powerless is maybe a tribute to that. I'm not saying that Marvel watched our video and got inspired. But Rodney Barnes did his thing. 5-issue limited run. He got a little pushback because of the mask. But this Powerless character from the future, old man Luke Cage, he has the power of the Hulk, Sentry, and Iron Fist, and obviously his own powers. He did, it's a good character. I would like to see. You cannot have old man Logan and Wolverine in the same universe, fighting and interacting and stuff. It's just weird. You can't have old man Luke Cage and modern Luke Cage. What you're going to have to do is possibly throw Luke Cage into the future, and then out comes future old man Luke Cage and allow him to kind of sit in the Marvel universe for a while. I just don't think that current Luke Cage has any legs. Walking around with a business suit on and just having super strength, he just does not spew out, I'm a superhero like that anymore. He still has to brush off a lot of that black exploitation. I think he's a dope character. Again, I'm a Luke Cage guy, but I just do not think that he's a viable option for a banger series because he hasn't been for a while. It's unfortunate. I think Timeless Power Man gives him a little bit more legs. It's all about how they develop that character. However, the conundrum with that is this dude is probably twice. He's basically Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Century, in the Hulk all in one. We saw what they do with overpowered black characters already. So he's in space fighting godlike beings, which gets boring after a while. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we want to see him saving the world. We want to normalize him on the planet, but
Yeah.
we don't have any black space age superheroes. So I mean, Blue Marvel, but like Blue Marvel is like Monica Rambeau. They work. They're part time because now you see them, now you don't.
Now you don't.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens with that. Did you pick that up?
Yeah, I picked it up. It's I'm still adjusting, moving stuff around. It's in one of my boxes. I'm definitely gonna give it a read once I find it. But the question for you, you said he's lost his luster in the last few years, or whatever. Is it because they're shredding off the blaxploitation aspect of him? Because that's the origin of the character. That's why he popped, right? It's because he was Sweet Christmas. I'm a beat you job turkey, and Dr. Doom, you owe me $250 or whatever it was. Like, that was kind of a component of the character. Now you kind of mellowing him out.
I said
Does he seem like a regular character now?
No, he just does. It seems less. Unfortunately, that time was horrible, but we accepted it because black folks embraced the nonsense at the time. Because for black folks at the time, that's all we got, and that's reality. That's how black people really subscribe to. Well, this is how black people talk. This is who we all are. So that's how certain aspects of our community talk, and so we embrace that culture. Luke Cage was designed for just that. And as Storm, as Black Panther has evolved to keep up with the times because of superb writing, other black characters really did not evolve. Keep in mind, early 2000s Marvel Max series, Luke Cage walked around with some jeans, some Air Force Ones, a tank top, a hood, a skull cap, and some headphones in his ear. That was his outfit, bro. Now, that's trash. But that was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
This is the way black people dress. So he's tried to keep up with, fashion of kind of how street fashion. Now he's the ex-mayor of New York City. I'm not even sure if he's still mayor, because I haven't really followed him as close as I should. Shame on me for that. But he's walking around in a business suit with no tie most of the time, but that's his attire. The Timeless character gives you what's the guy that's with the oh my god, he's with Dr. Spectrum. What is his name? He gives you a retro, a godlike look. He got the nice little beard, nice shape up, bald head. It's something different. It's something different, and even if it fails, I don't mind. At least they're trying.
They're trying something.
At least they're trying, because right now Luke Cage walk around with the arm bracelets and the yellow shirt and the blue jeans, and I'm just strong and my skin is semi-invulnerable. That's not gonna cut it. In an age where you got a guy that has a whole kingdom, he's got an unlimited amount of wealth, you got a girl that's extremely pretty. Like, you have unfortunately, and we do make these characters compete with each other. It's even Misty Knight has more flair because she has that cybernetic arm, and she has a flamethrower. She has anti-metal. Like, there's so many facets to her, and she's a woman that can fight real good. It's so many different things. But with Luke Cage, you just have basically two powers. I'm really strong, and I can withstand a lot of things. But and I think this powerless thing does a little bit more.
Yeah, on the other side, you got those other white characters. They can just be non-superpowered and fight crime normally, and they don't. They get over. Nightwing, Arrow, no superpowers. Batman got superpowers. Essentially, he's Batman. That's a superpower.
He's Batman. That's his superpower. He's rich, and he's not going to get killed up, and he can fight anybody, and nobody's going to question it.
Nope.
Nobody's going to question who he fights. But his resume speaks to that, and that is why Sam Wilson walking into the room fighting the Red Hulk versus the Red Hulk walking into the room with Batman. Well, Batman walking around with the Red Hulk, you're gonna have two different tales of the tape.
Oh, he had prep time. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's always gonna get that. Listen, I want to say this, and you don't even know this, but we got to get together at night. And your boy Ripper puts out a video, and lately he's been putting out a lot of videos, really speaking directly to indie bros about what the freak y'all need to do and wake up. This is what's going on. And he put out a freaking manual yesterday. It's 5 minutes long, but it's going to take us a good 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even an hour to just. He talks about anime and manga. And manga and how manga is getting it right because people are reading the hell out of those books.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they're not reading comics, and he's contrasting and comparing the two. I don't give a freak if you're listening to this where your politics lie. He has a hell of a thumbnail. He has a picture of him looking like Donald Trump. And I know to a lot of people, that's inflammatory. But the information inside of there, oh my God. Bro, it's stuff we've been saying, but it's coming from his mouth, so it has a little bit more credibility because he's actually proven that this formula works. He's proven that. And it's just like, I think for us to break it down, to communicate it to our audience, I think it'll be paramount, man. So we got to get together and play it in a video box, and we'll start and stop it, and we'll give commentary.
And I look forward to that. Yeah, because
I mean,
that'd be dope, man. Because according to some people, we don't have the credentials to talk about it. We don't have the credentials to critique or talk or anything about it. Just if you're not a part of it.
Wait. You have the credentials if these black creators work for Marvel and DC. Oh, they're open game. You could talk about DC Power. Like, there nobody's going. But if you talk about an independent production, Kickstarter, bro. Oh yeah, it's you a coon, or I can't believe you would go after your own brother. And I understand. I don't necessarily agree. I understand. And guess what? For the most part, most people don't. Most people do not go out their way to bash a comic. I mean, if you're a higher up, like let's say I've seen people go after Black Sands, right? Because they're more so at the top of the food chain. So they'll go after them because they look at them as being, oh, you're mainstream, you can take the heat. But a guy that's just doing $1,500 on his Kickstarter, why are you going after him? So there's a lot to dissect and even break down with that as well, man.
Oh yeah. I'll say this. I'll put it like politely and try to put it in a politically correct way. It is very much a social circle when it comes to like the independent scene, and for some people. Being on top of that social circle is enough, and there is no real aspirations or hope to go, I guess, mainstream or really push the quality, the storytelling, push things forward. It's just, hey, in this small school, I'm one of the top people, I'm one of the more popular people, and that's good enough. And I think as a collective, we should all try to work together to try to push past. We're all in bubbles right now. Me and you, we're in a bubble. Everyone's in the algorithm, their own little algorithm. And I understand it's a struggle to get out the algorithm to reach the masses. So it's it's tricky, man. It's tricky. It really is kind of like high school. I'll say it's like high school in a certain way when it comes to some of these scenes. That's all I'll say.
I think another thing that people have to remember is just because Rippa and other people made it, it doesn't mean their exact same formula you can follow and you're going to get their same results. Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Certain people jumped out there. It was the perfect timing. Like Sanders said, perfect timing. It was perfect timing. Some of y'all got that reference. It was perfect timing. They got inside at the right time and it blew up. There's a lot of YouTubers out there who don't really have big channels that don't have much substance. They're not as good as like a 2,000K YouTube channel, but they got out there, they found an audience, and they were able to strike gold. And results will always, if you work hard, even sometimes if you work hard at doing the wrong thing, results are going to still vary. You got to figure out what's about what you can produce that's going to reach, that's going to connect with people. And I think that is the biggest thing when you're in the indie space. But anyways, man, appreciate y'all for hopping on. Thank you guys. We're going to call it a day because I just got to work. I know Dion got to start his day.
Yeah, but, trying to get that paper, man.
Got to get that paper. Got to chase the bag. Got to chase that success. And got to chase at this point in our lives, Gotta chase peace.
Mm-hmm. That's priceless.
Shouldn't have to chase it, but I mean that's priceless.
Yep.
One of these days we might do a relationship. We might talk some relationship talk.
Oh, I am with one divorce, with one failed marriage already under my belt. I'm not sure I'm qualified to talk about relationship. I'm not qualified, man. I'm good, dude.
Man, I've been married for 12.
You might have to get Kevin Samuels. Rest him. You need like a red pill. You might have to get a red pill guy, dude.
Man, I'll be married 13 years this year, and it ain't mother freaking easy. But hey, neither is life, man. It's hard enough being a human being, man. Y'all stay prayed up. It says, the Ripper model is hard to follow because Glenn Beck won't return my phone calls about using billionaire freaking money to make propaganda. I mean, I don't know, man. What we're talking about is finding a niche, finding something that is not being provided. And Ripper found a space of people that wanted a comic book that was not political. Blacks and whites are buying it too. So as far as Glenn Beck is concerned, I don't know. I don't know if you called him. I don't have any dealings with that. I just know that there is a lot of people out there who don't like the Marvel and DC way.
Right. And ultimately he won. Ripper won.
Yeah. And that's no shade to anybody else that's trying. The Black Comic Lords, I mean, we want to have 100,000, 100K followers one day, and we feel like we put out at least solid content, but we do a lot of the same things bigger YouTubers do, but it's a process for us. It's going to be a longer journey for us. If success was equal for everybody will be successful. Everybody will have 100K followers. Everybody's comic book would blow up. Everybody can't get in all at once. It's a process, man.
Yeah.
It is a freaking process. Right now, look, we got 6K. We got 6 people watching us in the morning. When we started off, having 6 people, period, was a miracle. Back in the day, 4 years ago, me and Richard would sit on Facebook, and it'll be 2 people watching. If we had 6 people watching, we would be excited.
Yeah, I remember that, man. The early pandemic era. Yep.
And then we got on YouTube, and then most times you just see us around 40, 50 people watching at any given time. And so we're gonna keep chugging along and get better and try to continue to scale properly to where we'll have 200, 300, 400 people watching.
Yeah. Yep. It's a process. Don't give up, y'all. It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. But all right, man.
I know you got to get to work, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. I'll be blessed.
All right. Many blessings to you and all the listeners and people, BCL fam. Catch y'all next time.
As well. Same all y'all. Peace.
Peace.